each other. Just look at us right now. Destined, we so good right now. Legend, here's to you and I. Raise them to the sky. We put the good in the good in the good life. We put the good in the good in the good life. We put the bad in the past, now we alright.
You know,
We put the good in the good in the good life.
The good
We put
life.
the good in the good in the good
I
life.
said the good
We put
life.
the bad in the past, now we alright.
We alright. The good life.
What's going on, people? Want to thank y'all for joining us. Welcome to Real Tough Talk. I'm Stephen J, here with my partner Ghost, and we're excited to have another week of UFL football.
Listen, I was gonna say that we finally got through the snowy weather last week, but right before Saturday, we got some snow on the field. But this is the powder snow. This is not the bad snow, even though it's a little slippery on the field. But I think the guys are ready for it. It's still football weather, and I'm guessing that this is gonna be another week of a lot of exciting games.
Well, before we get into the game, I want to announce the return of Members Mark Purified Water. Some guys said they was waiting for me to announce it. Unfortunately, this one is finished. I had my pre-workout in here, and this was great. It made me feel energized. And I don't know if it was the gym pre-workout or if it was just the Members Mark. But having those two together, listen, it's like peanut butter and jelly, man.
I think that it's just you. I don't know if it's the workout. I don't think it's the pre-workout. I don't think it's the water. I think it's just you just being the loud person that you are, the energetic person that you are. So it's just you being you. I don't think that it's all of that stuff is pretty much placebos. It doesn't really do nothing to you.
Don't ever
That's just how you naturally are.
the Members Mark water and pre-workout. Don't disrespect it. We're going to get you some, and we're going to see how it goes look in the next few weeks with Members Mark combined with gym workout, pre-workout. Just throwing that out there. Okay. Shout out to them people.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to jump into the game first. We're going to get into the FOE versus Rebels game. Rebels coming off of a win, close win to Rep City, 22-21 to go 1-0. FOE coming through. They lost, unfortunately, to YMM 22-7. They did a few good things, but, they're still getting used to the lead. They got some weapons. I like their quarterback, Dave. I think he can make things happen. He's really showing his ability to be able to get that ball downfield.
And they have a lot of playmakers on their team as well. They have, some guys that go in the slots. I saw a short player named Ja that, I see some potential in, but a couple of other guys as well. The main one that I'm going to name is Twan. He's a tall wide receiver type player. He plays defense as well. He has a large wingspan, and because of that, he can give a lot of quarterbacks trouble because he can span the field in a couple of seconds. And his reach is one thing that can get him the ability to defend a lot of receivers out there.
But they have yet to field Herbie.
Mm-hmm.
Former UFL All-Star MVP. They got to get him on the field. If this team does not get Herbie on the field, they're in trouble. I like Bop. I like the pieces they got, but Herbie is their superstar. He got to get on the field. And on the Rebel side, listen, disappointing in their defense. The things that Beaskey was able to do against his defense, it was unbelievable. The way he could spread the ball, move it all over the field. And then Manny didn't look great. His debut in the UFL with the Browns, if you see, I believe it was last year or the year before that.
Yeah.
Last year, right? He didn't look great. So he got to get it together. This defense got to get together. If you want to battle teams like YMM, IOD, the Browns, you got to be able to be one-sided. If you got to be able to either score points or stop scoring, and Rebels are in the middle between that.
And I think one of the things about their offense that has Manny struggling is the pressure that comes in on the defenses. I think that he's still not used to the four-man rush. Even if he has a blocker, he's still worried about if they're going to get through, and it affects his passing. It affects the decision-making that he normally has, and I think that is the main reason why he's not looking like himself out there. Once he gets a handle on the rush and has confidence in his blocking and the ones that's blocking for him, I think that he'll be okay, but that's yet to see.
All right, we're going to jump right into the game. Dave gets the ball. FOE gets the ball first. Dave is going to throw to Fred to pick up a few yards. Dave with the pass to Ja, cutting in the gap for a decent game, picking up the first down. Dave on a free play and blocker for Milt throws deep to Twan, who catches it over Ito for the touchdown, giving them a 6-0 lead. What happened that play?
And that play was actually offsides on the defense. Dave saw that and took advantage. He saw Twan had a mismatch with Ito. Ito is a short player. Twan is probably one of the taller guys on the field. So Dave says on a free play, he's going to go for it. One-on-one, Twan is able to get the catch. That's a great decision by Dave.
I love Milt's blocking.
Yes.
Milt has stepped it up this season, and he's back to the Milt of old. Not the YMM Milt that completely stole YMM's money when they signed him. The Milt from Raw that got block of the year, the first ever block of the year in UFL history. He looks like that guy again, and that's why the team is able to move the way they're moving.
And because of that, that's what gives Dave the extra seconds that he needs to make those throws, especially on this one. Even though it's a free play, he still needed protection from Milt as the rush was coming in. Milt gave him that extra 1 or 2 seconds, and Dave was able to make the great throw for Twan to get to.
Manny's going to get the ball. He's going to throw to Mills in the middle. That's going to be dropped. Manny on 4 rush, dodges Milt, throws a breeze on the sideline, but it's going to be picked off by Twan, giving the ball right back to FOE. And if you look here, Darryl was open in the middle, and Manny missed him.
And I think, again, on the 4 rush, the pressure comes in. Manny does not see this receiver wide open in the middle. He's busy dodging the rush, and by then he goes to his short 2 guy in Breezy. And because of that, Twan was able to read. If you look here, he's reading this play, and he jumps right to where Breezy's at and picks off this ball. That's great defense by Twan.
Second down on 4 rush, Dave throws a Fred in the middle for a decent. Last down, Dave throws to Ghostface on the sideline. Decent game, picking up the first down. Rebels get flagged for cursing. It's early in the game. They get a warning for cursing. Dave on 4 rush is sacked by Jay, who got through the block by Milt. We talked about Milt, and now Jay's able to get past Milt. Hopefully it's the only time Jay's a good pass rusher. I like his quickness, and sometimes we see Milt struggle with quicker guys. He's good with bigger guys, but sometimes guys with a little more quickness, he struggles, and they're going to get a sack here. Third down, Dave on 4 rush, throws the front in the middle, picked off by Los, giving it back to Rebels. Great play by Los getting this interception.
Los is a two-way player that can also play defense as well. He's a playmaker. He's one person that can read the offense, read where the quarterback is looking. He does exactly that and cuts off this pass and gets the interception. Great defense.
And I think it all started with Jay getting through Milt.
Yes.
I think that's where it started off, getting that pressure. Now Dave doesn't feel invincible now because he know the pass rush can come.
Yeah.
And Los, this is why they went out and picked up Mills, Zeke, Los, the SYS crew. They brought them over to the Rebels for them to make plays, and they make a play here. We're going to get to last down after a few incomplete passes. Manny's going to throw them all open the middle for a decent game. If you look here, the defense is playing too deep, and Rebels get the first down. That's a big mistake. It's 4th down. You know they need a first. Don't worry about Manny throwing deep to you. Give him that if he gets that. They make the mistake, gets Manny the first down. Third down, Manny throws deep to Ito, wide open in the end zone for the touchdown. Bop lets him go. Nobody picks him up. Darryl gets extra point. 7-6. Rebels take the lead.
And I think that advantage that the defense lost when they let Manny get the first down, that's what killed them, because that gave Manny time on the offense to connect with his receivers. He's able to drive down the field to score. If they would have took the opportunity to stop him when they had the chance, I think that this would have been a different drive. But because of that, they gave him more time, and he's able to score.
If we got to get it together, Bop is not a defensive player, and that's why you're going to have the mistakes. He lets him go, and nobody picks him up. After a short pass, Dave throws to Ghostface on the sideline for a nice first down. Dave then with blocker from Milt, throws the front in the gap for a decent game. Third down, Dave throws on to Fred on the sideline, knocked away by Breezy. Last down, Dave rolls right. Ghostface in the corner, finds him for the touchdown. Ghostface gets the extra point, 13-7, taking it to half. Ghostface is killing this Rebels defense.
Yes.
This is the problem that they had so far this season. Guys are able to move the ball on them. Quarterbacks are getting comfortable against them, and they got killed this drive by Ghostface.
And that's one thing that we've been seeing, like you said, with the Rebels in these last 2 games is offenses have been able to come in and do whatever they wanted pretty much. You have their receivers getting into slots, defenders being letting go of these receivers on their routes. They're not picking up. They're not communicating. I think that is the key. They're not really communicating on the defensive end. And because of that, these receivers are getting by, and the quarterbacks are killing them because of it.
If I'm FOE, we're scoring. I'm not scared of this Rebels defense. They don't have no blitzes that I'm scared of. Their secondary is all over the place at times. I made a mistake by letting Los get the interception. But we had the ball. Let's see. We had the ball 3 times, and we scored twice. I'll take that. Anytime in the game, I'll take that if I'm FOE.
And like I said about the Rebels, the defense is struggling because they're not communicating. But the offense, they got to find a way to protect Manny because he is not feeling his confident self out there, especially with the rush. He threw that interception to Twan mainly because he was rushed and he missed his receiver out there. If you don't have him able to be confident in the pocket, more of that is going to happen. They need to fix that in the second half.
Rebels get the ball in the second half. Manny throws to Mills in the middle. Picked off by Twan, giving the ball back to FOE. And if you look here, Twan is reading Manny like a book. He knows where Manny's going to go. He knows what Manny like. And you will think that Manny just is trying to throw to him the way Twan is getting these passes.
And it looks like based on what you said, it looks like Twan has been playing against Manny for years, and he already knows his tendencies already. He's looking at certain receivers. He's watching when Manny's looking. It seems like Manny is telegraphing where he's going, and because of that, Twan is able to read. That is a great way to pick up what the quarterback is doing and take advantage of that.
Last down near the 50-yard line, Dave throws a Ghostface cutting in the middle, picking up the first down. Dave then goes deep to Twan, knocked away by Zeke. Third down, Dave gets blitzed by Machine, throws deep to Twan, off target and incomplete. This Machine is their best blitzer. He has size, he has speed, and he likes to bang. He goes through and able to put pressure, and the pass is off target. This is another SYS guy they picked up. Zeke, another SYS guy, and the SYS core is the guys making plays. Great defense by them guys there. Last down, Dave throws it in front of the sideline. Stop short of end zone, turnover on downs. That is a great stop after Manny threw the pick. Great way for these guys to step up.
And it seems like now these guys are finding ways to get through the blocking. Milt can't block everybody, especially when the blitz is coming. He can only pick one person at a time, and these guys are already finding ways to get past him. Milt is a big guy, but he's not a fast person on his feet. So you take advantage of that, make a couple quick moves, and you can swim by him. They're finding ways to do that, and because of that, Dave is getting into more pressure, and he's not able to make the pass that he needs to in the second half.
Manny scrambles on 4 rush and throws to Ito in the middle, broken up by Dave, incomplete. Manny on third down throws to Mills, cutting in the gap for a nice gain. Last down, Manny gets blitzed by Twan, throws deep to Breeze in the middle, big gain and first down. This is why they needed Breezy. Breezy played with Carver last year. Wasn't really comfortable with them. This is why he's comfortable with his team. Manny takes a shot on last down with the blitz coming and finds Breezy for a huge gain.
And that is because when the blitz came, nobody was able to pick up Breezy in time. Manny saw that and he took advantage. I don't see how guys don't compensate for the blitzer going in and take up that slot. A lot of times, by instinct, a quarterback is going to go to that area. They don't figure that out, and Manny's able to go to the open man, which is Breezy downfield.
Manny with blocker from Darryl finds Los wide open in the end zone for the touchdown. 13-13. If you look here, Bop and Josh not communicating, leaving Los wide open in the back.
And they pretty much both let this guy go right by them. If they were communicating, one would relay the receiver to the other will be able to pick him up. But because they're not talking, nobody even knows that the receiver's back there, and that's an easy throw for the quarterback to make. The defense didn't even see it coming.
Third down, Dave throws to Twan in the gap, who pitches it to Bop for a nice gain, picking up the first down. Second down, Dave throws to Ghostface on the sideline for a nice gain. Dave then finds Twan wide open in the middle of the end zone for the touchdown. They missed the extra point, 19-13. If you look here, Breezy and Zeke leave him wide open. FOE takes a lead.
And this is no longer a defensive game because both defenses are doing the exact same thing. Yes, we see certain guys take advantage of the quarterback, but both defenses altogether are having issues with each offense because they're not communicating. It's the same problem that both teams are suffering from. Because of that, again, just like how we said in the last play, they leave them go, they don't communicate, and the receiver's left wide open.
On the kickoff, Los runs towards the sideline, passes the first down, stopped at the 45-yard line. Davis flagged for a personal foul with a tag. What do you think?
I think that it was a good call based on what the ref reported and what happened. They collided like pretty much head-on collision. The thing about it is I didn't see Dave extend his hands.
If you look here, it doesn't look like he's extended.
It doesn't look like he gets a chance to extend his hands. His forearms are out, and because of that, he makes the contact there. That is a personal foul, whether you intended to or not. Once you have your forearms out and you collide with the person without going to tag him, that is a definite personal foul, and that's exactly what happened.
Good call by the refs. Rebels get the ball at the 30-yard line. Manny throws some more on the sideline for a decent game, runs out of bounds, stopping the clock. Third down, after a short pass, Manny finds Breezy cutting it back in the end zone for the touchdown, putting him back into the game. 19-19, taking us before we go to the extra point. What do you think?
And right there, this is what happens when the defense doesn't communicate. They're not paying attention to the receivers on his route. They letting guys go. Nobody's picking them up. And because of that, yes, yet another touchdown is scored. But I'm not going to kill the defense that much because I think that penalty kind of hurt them more.
You still got to play defense, though.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm saying all of these things are a factor because they were able to get into better field position because of the penalty, and that gave the offense less pressure to move down the field. So all of these things are a factor in why they were able to score on this drive.
Rebels go for the extra point. If you look here, Mo's going to beat Twan off the line for the extra point. 2019, Rebels take the lead. FOE gets the ball, attempts to drive, can't get the first down. Time runs out. Rebels come away with the win, 20-19 over FOE.
And I'm going to speak on the FOE right now. They had this game towards the last drive, but a lot of things came into a factor in why they lost this game. I'm not going to say that it was just a penalty. I'm going to say, one, the defense were not communicating. The Rebels were able to do too much when they didn't need to. They were able to get into the gaps when they didn't need to. And they missed a lot of extra points in this game. They only made one extra point in the whole game. And because of that, that's some reason why I would put that towards why they lost. If they would have been able to connect with at least 2 of their extra points, this probably would have been a different game. So all of these things come into a factor and why they end up losing by 1 point.
Rebels can't stop anybody.
I was waiting for the dramatic statement you was gonna make.
Yeah, my pops in the background laughing. This team couldn't stop a nosebleed. They give up 21 points last week to they gave up 21 points last week versus Rep City with Beastie throwing. They give up 19 points this week with Dave throwing. Dave is a quarterback. And Manny's averaging 2 intos a game. He threw 2 week 1, both to the same guy. And he threw 2 week 2, both to the same guy. These guys are reading Manny. You're not going to come away with that if you do that against IOD. You're not going to come away with that if you do that to Wyoming. Those are the top 2 teams in the Eastern Conference. But then you still got Browns, top defense in the game, known history of defense. You can't do that against them.
Nope.
So there's a lot of Eastern Conference teams that you're not going to get away with this against. Shaw, last year Defensive Player of the Year. He will pick Manny off. Manny is throwing too many interceptions. He's giving the ball to the other team. And when you got a defense that can't stop, you can't afford to give offensive teams more opportunities to attack you.
And that's exactly what the problem is. The defense, I'm going to say this. There's a lot of problems with this Rebels team. Even though they were able to win this game, they're 2-0 right now.
A lot of problems, they're 2-0. Yeah. They gave up 40 points in 2 games. That's an average of 20 points a game.
Yes.
In the UFL, that's too much points.
And, like I said, they gave up a lot of points. And even though they were able to score over 3 touchdowns in each game, that doesn't mean that that's going to be satisfactory to every defense that they face. Manny's under pressure a little too much, and he's telegraphing what he's doing. If you have the same guy picking you off more than once in the same game, then that means that guy already has you figured out. And because of that, that means you're doing something wrong. It's not no fluke. It's not just something that just happened, a bad throw or anything like that. No, these guys are reading you and they are picking you off. They got your number. And because of that, something has to give. Either Manny got to figure out what he's going to do to change up the offense, figure out how he's going to be able to throw under pressure, or these guys got to protect them better.
Well, before we wrap this up, like I said, I give it to Manny because he always finds a way to drive and score.
But I can't.
But
I don't see that
again,
happen
in 3 games in the UFL, 3 games, Manny has thrown 8 interceptions. When he played with the Browns, he threw 4. Versus Rep City, he threw 2. And versus FOE, threw 2. That's 8 interceptions in 3 games.
But the one saving grace that I give,
he's 3-0 in those games.
But there's a reason. Well, 2-0.
3-0 because he won that game with the Browns.
Yes.
And he just won those 2 games.
Oh, you're talking about
in general, his record in
UFL record. Got it. But the reason why is because all 3 of those games, they were able to come back from a deficit and win.
On the drive down and score.
The last drive of the game, they were able to score and win. And because of that, that's why I got to give Manny credit, because regardless of what issues you throw his way, when you give him the opportunity to win the game, he always does. And that's something that he's shown the 3 games he's played in this league.
We're going to wrap this one up. FOE got to get Herbie on the field. They need Herbie to play. I don't care what they got to do. Ghostface, killed them.
Yeah.
Swan killed them. But they need their superstar. Herbie's a superstar. This team does not get Herbie on the field, they lose in the first round.
Wow.
Bottom line. Call it, I'm telling you now. They don't get Herbie on the field, they lose in the first round.
You didn't say book it.
Book it.
There you go. You got to go with that. Book it.
Book
you
it.
always say that at the
Mark
end.
my words, week 2, I'm telling you, if they do not get Herbie on the field, they lose the first round. I don't care who they play. They can play me. And they'll lose in the first round if they don't get Herbie.
It's a little exaggeration.
They need their superstar.
I generally agree.
We're going to wrap this up. Rebels come away with the win, 2019, beating FOE. We're going to be right back. Real Tough Talk. Welcome back. Real Tough Talk. Stephen J. Ghost. Next game we want to talk about Rebels. We just talked about them. They just play FOE. They have a doubleheader today. But this game they play the defending Eastern Conference champions, 99 Problems.
And you always got to say, put some respect on their name.
Yes, let me say that again. For the rest of the season, we're going to say that.
Yeah.
The Rebels play the defending Eastern Conference champions, 99 Problems. Put some respect on their name.
Yeah.
We got to say that.
That's going to be the phrase for the team whenever you introduce them into their game.
Unfortunately, they won't have Casey this game.
Yeah.
One of the best clock managers in the game. You don't have. How would that impact this team?
Their whole offensive structure is going to be different. They're not going to be the ones that kill the clock, drive down the field, keep the other opposing offense off the field, managing time. They're going to have a completely different style. And I'm not going to say that it may not work, but this is not something that got them to the championship. So they're going to have to find a way. I'm hearing Shannon's going to throw this game. He is a competent quarterback in his own.
He is the best backup quarterback in the league. Because let's look at the other teams with backups. You got Creep that throws to Super Friends. He's better than Creep. You got, I don't know. Who else is the back? You got Joey that throws for Carver. He's the backup. I think Shannon is a little better than Joey.
How about Jeremy? He's a backup quarterback.
I think Shannon is a little better than Jeremy because of his ability to scramble and run. You know what I mean? So I got to say for them,
those
Dutchmen don't really have a starting quarterback, so we won't really get into who's their backup.
But those are the main backups.
Those are the main backup quarterbacks that we know about. Well, the only team that has a better backup quarterback in the league that I think is IOD. They have a guy who threw 20 touchdowns last year.
It's unfair.
Led the league in touchdown passing.
But I don't qualify that. I can't call him a official backup quarterback.
Does he start?
No, he doesn't.
Then that makes him a what?
That's true. That's true. He's a backup. But listen, he is on a whole nother level in terms of backup.
Yeah, but
he is a starting quarterback at his core.
Yes, but he's the backup. So besides Slasher, Shannon is the best backup quarterback in the league. So we're going to call that what it is. We're going to jump right into the game and start on second down. Shannon throws to Lou in the gap for a decent game. Shannon is going to pass to Lou again for a decent game. If you look here, Rebels' defense is just too spread out. Shannon knows how to attack him in the middle. Third down, Shannon gets blitzed by Machine. Picked up by Chino. Shannon throws to Spider in the gap for a decent game, getting at the 5-yard line. Last down, Shannon's going to find Ty in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Chino gets the extra point, 7-0. 99 scores on their first drive.
And I got to give it to all of these teams that's picking up blockers, that's picking up the blitz in this league so far. I've seen a lot of blockers step up and pick up that blitz like it's nobody's business. And here you see Chino picking up the blitz, giving Shannon that extra couple seconds to drive down the field with that catch of Spider. I think that was the key play in this drive that got them towards the end zone to score.
Manny gets the ball back. He's going to have 3 passes for a nice game, picking up first. Second down, Manny gets blitzed by Matt. He's going to throw a pass. It's going to be blocked by John at the given position, incomplete. Next play, Manny throws deep to a wide open Breezy in the end zone for the touchdown. They get the extra point, 7-6. If you look here, J-Mo lets him go with nobody in front of him. That's a touchdown. We've seen J-Mo get killed last season in the playoffs. He's not stepping up better now. Let this guy go to nobody and gives up a touchdown.
And the thing about it is you got to communicate. If J-Mo is going to relay this person to somebody else, you got to call out the safety and say, pick this person up. And you go to pick up somebody else. But it doesn't look like J-Mo picked up anybody anyway. So I don't know why he's letting him go if he's not going to pick up anybody.
True.
That's a cornerback watching the quarterback a little too much. And because of that, this receiver was left wide open in the end zone.
And it's Breezy.
Yes,
you can't let Breezy go.
And it's Breezy, and then it's Manny at quarterback. You don't make a mistake like that. Because one thing I could say about Manny is he capitalizes on those mistakes almost every single time.
After getting the first down, Shannon throws Lou in the sideline for a nice game. Second down, Shannon throws a Spider, cutting the gap for a decent game, getting the mid 10-yard line. If you look here, defense is playing back. Why? Shannon's not a home run hitter. He's the guy who's going to chop up the field or run, and they letting him do exactly that. Third down, Shannon gets blitzed by Machine, throws the Spider again on the sideline to get within the 5-yard line. Next down, Shannon finds Spider in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. 13-6, and I'm going to jump on that. First of all, Spider looks healthy. He dealt with a knee injury, thought he was going to be out for the year. Looks like he's back. He is killing this team. Then, Machine Blitz is not doing nothing. He's a good blitzer, but he's not doing nothing against 99. Shannon still has time, and he finds Spider in the end zone. 13-6. They take the lead right back.
But then there's a reason why it's not bothering Shannon, because Shannon knows that at any given moment he can take off.
Correct.
So it's not something that he's worried about. He's able to scramble and get away from the blitz even when they get through the blocker. So he's not fazed by the blitz at all, and he's able to connect with his receivers. They're spread out way too much, and this is something that you don't do against a quarterback like Shannon that's looking to chop up the field. That's exactly what they're doing. They're giving him what he wants, and he's going to do what any quarterback does, take advantage of what you give him.
Next down, Manny throws to Darrow in the gap. Chino gets a hand in it, knocks it out, and picks it off, giving the ball back to 99. Chino with great defense. Another interception throw by Manny.
And not only is he blocking and protecting the quarterback on the offensive end, now he's knocking plays out of the receiver's hands and picking it off all his own. This was just a great defensive play by Chino all by himself. He's there, he sees the pass coming, he gets a hand in, knocks it out of Darrow's hands, and is still able to stay away and pick off the pass before falling out of bounds. Great defense.
Manny's 5th pick of the year.
Yes.
Shannon gets the ball back. He's going to throw a pass to Mac for a few yards. Third down, Shannon on 4 rushes, sacked by Jay. The question was this a sack?
And I think that right here, he only gets one hand on Shannon as Shannon is about to take off. The ref's angle, I guess the ref saw that he got the 2 hands on, but if you see in my angle, you can see it much better. He just misses the second hand as Shannon goes. Shannon knows it. That doesn't matter. Jay gets the sack here.
Shannon can't wait to 4 rush. It's snowy outside. It's a difficult thing. He has to know by 3 rush what he's going to do. Now, unfortunately, there's no challenges in the regular season. Playoffs, I mean, you can't challenge this because it was blown a sack. So, I mean, would the ref have called it if there's challenges? I don't know. But Shannon has so much speed. but Jay's a good rusher. That is hard. The ref man missed it. I've missed calls for sacks.
You missed a big one last week. So.
Yes, so you got to say that it is what it is. You live with the outcome, but he gets sacked in. 99 is going to have to punt. Manny gets blitzed by Mac, throws to Mo in the gap, knocked away by Davi. Next down, on third down, Manny throws to Mills in the middle, off target, incomplete. Rebels have to punt, and now Manny's just looking terrible. The pressure's getting to him. He's throwing off target, not making plays. They're going to have to punt. Next play, 99 with a nice punt return, but can't score before the half. 13-6, 99 with the lead.
And I'm going to say this. 99 is able to chop up the field based on what the defense is giving them. Their defense is making a lot of plays. They're pressuring Manny. So they're doing everything that they're supposed to against this team. Keep pressuring them in the second half. Be unpredictable with where you send the blitz. Mix it up on each down and chop up the field the way that they've been doing. As long as they keep doing what they've been doing in the first half, I think they have a big chance of winning.
Manny has 5 interceptions in 3 games. Terrible. You got to pressure him. Pressure. That 4 rush count, the blitz, you can beat him. When he's comfortable, he makes plays. When he's not comfortable, he makes mistakes. Call a spade. And this defense is getting killed by Shannon. He's doing whatever he want to do, whenever he want to do it. And they better get their act together because they just gave up 13 points. We're going to jump into the second half. Manny gets the ball back for the Rebels. Third down, Manny throws a Mo cutting in the middle for a decent game, picking up the first down. Manny then throws short to Machine, who with the blocks runs a nice game all the way to the 10-yard line. Next play, Manny's blitzed by Matt, who's blocked by Machine. Manny finds Mo cutting in the back and end zone for the touchdown. Mo gets the extra point. 13-13. What happened on this play?
The blocking happened. Machine was able to pick up the blitz. We've seen this happen in the last game that they played. Machine is able to give Manny the extra time that he needs. Manny's comfortable in the pocket and is able to make an accurate pass. This has to be the formula for their offense from now on. I can't see Machine blocking every single down, but on the key downs, Machine has to stay and give Manny the extra time that he needs. Because when he does, Manny's able to put up points in almost every single drive. He's protected.
And Machine can come out the backfield. You saw that play before, make a catch and get big yards. Because he has deceptive speed. So that's a great play. And he finds Mo. This is why you picked up Mo.
Yes.
You got Mo and Breezy. Everything else should be easy. You like that, right?
Oh, yeah.
You like that, right? Yeah. Manny got to stop putting pressure on Manny. Take your time. You got to keep Machine to block. Keep Machine to block. Do what you got to do. Stop turning over the ball. 13-13. 99 gets the ball back. Shannon throws a spy in the middle, who runs for a nice game, picking up the first down. Shannon then rolls to his left on 4 rush. Jay misses the sack. Shannon throws to John in the middle for a short game. Second down, Shannon's blitzed by Machine, throws deep to Mac, almost picked off by Mo. I think that was a mistake by Shannon taking that shot, but he's showing his ability to go downfield because with that, on third down, Shannon on 4 rush throws a Chino in the middle for a nice game. Next down, Shannon finds Chino in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. 19-13. If you look here, Rebels defense is spread out too much and they give up the score. And that's because Shannon showed the ability to go downfield and they had to respect it. Then he killed them coming up in the front. Great play by Shannon.
And that's a professional quarterback style right there. You check the defense by throwing downfield. Even though it's incomplete, now they have to respect that there's a chance that Shannon could go downfield against us. They respect it by dropping back, and because of that, Shannon's able to kill them inside. This is what he's been doing all game. Now he's faking them going downfield to spread the defense out even more. That is a great way to take control of the defense and drive the score.
Manny throws to a wide open Lowe's who runs for a big game, picking up the first down. This is why they got him. He can make plays both sides, makes a play here. Manny then throws a breeze in the corner end zone. That one is going to be dropped. Second down, Manny will block it from Machine, rolls left, throws some more, cutting in the end zone. Is going to be tipped and picked off by Davi, giving the ball back to 99, but then J-Mo gets flagged for cursing. We seen J-Mo do this last year in the championship game. Cursing for no reason kills him, but let's talk about the pick. Manny's 6th interception of the year.
And again, these guys have Manny figured out. By week 2, if they pay attention to these games that Manny's been playing, the league is going to figure him out. So he needs to figure something out, because when you have a team like 99 figuring you out, you will have problems. That's the second team already that has more than 2 interceptions in one game against you. So this is a problem. This is not something that you can sustain as you move forward in the game. But this is yet another interception thrown by Manny.
But let's get to the end zone. The touchdown. Breezy dropped that. We seen him drop. Why isn't Breezy mentioned with the top guys in football? He's not making big catches. Week ago, playoff game, BQFL, Breezy has the ball in his hand, gets it, allows the defender to knock it out of his hand, end of the game.
Wow.
This one, he's thrown to the ball in the corner, drop. Breezy's too good to make these mistakes. You are too good to not impact the game more. You should never make these drops. It's becoming too consistent, and if he does not learn to make these big catches, he's just going to fall on the wayside, because people always remember your mistakes rather than they accept your accomplishments. He has to catch his ball and help his quarterback. Now, J-Mo, big cursing, stupid flag. You just got to pick. Why are you cursing? Why are you talking trash? He's going to kill him and back them up. After a short pass to Spider, Shannon throws the hands in it, cutting in the gap. Incomplete. Los is called for the pass interference. Got there early. The question was this the pass interference?
This one, I think it could have went either way, but I think that there's a chance that this was a bang play.
Yep.
I think that it's hard to see, especially in this angle, if he got there early. You know, the ref saw what he saw, so unfortunately this happens in football. So at the end of the day, the ref threw the flag, you have to deal with it.
What do you think? I think he got there just a tad early.
Like I said, I can't see it, and I'm the cameraman. So at the end of the day, there is a chance that he did get there a little early and make the contact. But the argument on the opposite side is that this ball was not catchable. That this was not a catchable pass. And that's why they said the flag was not merited. But if you look here, I think that this was a catchable pass.
Right.
And that was what they argued about. So I think that they did know that they did get there a little bit early, but they feel that it wasn't a catchable pass. But I think that it was. All you got to give is hands the opportunity to jump for that ball. He didn't have the opportunity, so yes, it's pass interference.
Shannon's going to get blitzed by Machine, runs for a nice game, pick up the first. Machine is a good blitzer, but he's never going to catch Shannon, not in his dreams. Great run by Shannon. Shannon's going to throw a short pass to Spider for a few yards. The clock is moving. Second down, Shannon throws a pass to Lou in the middle. That pass is going to be dropped. Davi is livid, goes crazy, believes Shannon should have killed the clock. Shannon does it. Third down, Shannon gets blitzed by Machine, who's going to get blocked by two guys. Gets through it, and Shannon rolls left and is sacked by Jay. Chino misses the block. Davi is yelling at Shannon about this miss. What do you think?
I think that there was a design play that Davi has been giving them, and I feel like Shannon is not necessarily running it as the play is run. I think that he didn't expect that blitz, and he improvised, and because of that, it hurt them because they lost yardage. Not only that, they're giving the Rebels the opportunity to get the ball back. All they needed to do is drive down the field, kill some clock, and then punt, and then they would pretty much pinned the Rebels all the way downfield and gave their defense a chance to win the game for them. This drive was pretty much a horrible drive, especially in Davi's eyes, because he made it known on the field how pissed off he was.
99 is going to have to punt. 99 punts but keeps the ball inbounds. Is caught by Mo, who runs on the sideline with good blocks. Mo's all the way to the end zone, killing some clock before he gets to the end zone. Touchdown. Great play by Mo. This is why they went and got him. And why wouldn't you throw this ball out of bounds? I don't want them to have a chance to return it, and they make the mistake.
And you know what's funny? That's exactly what Davi said. When the ball was thrown in the air, he said, throw it out of bounds, throw it out of bounds. They keep the ball in bounds, give Mo a chance to run along the sideline, and then they don't press the sideline on the punt return. These guys were not paying attention on this play. They didn't expect Mo to take off the way he did. He literally takes off like a jet engine. Nobody's able to catch him. He even kills the clock for good measure as he gets to the end zone. It went the opposite way because of a few mistakes that the 9-9 team did.
Game is tied, 19-19. Last game was tied.
Yes.
Manny throws a pass to Ito, who goes right through Shannon in the end zone for an extra point, taking the lead. 2019. What happened on this play? Shannon is a great defender, but gets beat here.
I think that Shannon he got a hand on the ball, but that was a laser pass thrown by Manny. Nobody was knocking that ball down. He throws it right to Ito. Ito is there. He's able to anticipate that the ball is coming. Even though Shannon tries to cut it off, he's there at the right place at the right time. Great way for receiver and quarterback to connect on a key play to take the lead in this game. That is a great way to take the lead.
I think Shannon was focused on the mistake he just made. That's why I hate quarterbacks that try to play both ways, because you can't really get in the sideline and soak up your mistakes, because you got to go right back on defense. He gets beat here. Shannon doesn't usually get beat. He's one of the fastest guys on the field. He gets beat here because he's focused on the mistake he made on the last offensive drive. And knowing he has to come back on the field offensively, he doesn't focus on defense, and they take a lead. Shannon's going to get the ball back. With a short pass, Spider gets out of bounds for a few yards. Second down, Shannon throws a spot in the gap, almost picked off by Zeke. Third down, Shannon throws deep to hands on the sideline. The Winds take it, tipped by Machine, picked off by Mills, ending the game. Rebels come away with another win, 20-19.
And this is a way for them to come back from a deficit. It looked like things weren't good. They were given another chance. Their offense didn't even have the opportunity to come on the field. Why? Because special teams did it for them. They were able to pick up the punt return. Mo is a person that a lot of people in this league gotta watch out for, because he's been a dynamic player ever since he joined this Rebels team, and he's been killing out there on special teams, on defense, on offense. These guys gotta pay attention, because this guy's here to play, and he's here to get the Rebels where they need to go.
99 gave this game away. Maybe there was in the Christmas giving, but it's not Christmas yet. They gave this game away. They need their quarterback. Is Shannon a little more talented than Casey? He can run faster than him. Those a little better deep ball. I think Casey's more accurate. But Casey's clock management skills is some of the best in football. Up there with Dion, up there with Chuck when it comes to clock management. Shannon lost his game for his team. You can tell him I said it. I had an interview with him. He said it. You can't give away wins. This Eastern Conference is tough.
Very tough.
You cannot give away wins. This is a game given away. He lost his game for his team. He lost it with not killing the clock. They lost it by letting Mo return the punt. And he lost it letting them beat him on that extra point. You got to put this on Shannon. But you got to put this on the organization, because you're too smart to let one man determine the game. I don't care if Casey wasn't here. This is a game you got to win.
Yep.
So, shouts to Rebels. But Rebels gave up 19 points. Last game, 19 points. First game, 21 points. Now, shout to Manny. You're driving down. Score. 3 games. This team is 3-0. And they won on the last drive that their offense got the ball. You can't teach that. That's great play by Manny. And obviously, you see me writing something.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what I'm writing in a minute. So, 1, 3, 5. This team has given up 59 points in 3 games. That's 20 points a game they give up. Not going to work in UFL. Manny has thrown an average of 2 intos a game. Not going to happen. That's 6 intos he threw in 3 games. In the 4 games he played since UFL got to the Bronx, he's thrown 10 interceptions in 4 games. Terrible.
Yeah. And a lot of that is him not being used to the 4 count. He hesitates in pressure. Even if he has a blocker there, he's not always certain that he can stay in the pocket. His decision making is off. And then after a while, he starts to throw inaccurately. So it seems like the pressure is what breaks him down. He has to collect himself under pressure, because I think that is the difference maker for this team.
And you don't have a defense that's going to stop.
No,
they're not stopping.
At the end of the day, you gotta, like you say, you like the phrase "call a spade a spade." The Rebels are not going to be known for their defense in this league right now. They're not.
Absolutely not.
They have the talent to be able to play good defense, but they're not cohesive together on defense.
Correct.
That's cohesiveness is something that they don't have on defense. They're not communicating properly. They're not reading the offense and cutting off routes. They're not figuring out what the quarterback is doing properly. All of these things are problems that they're definitely going to have throughout the season. So it's up to the offense to take up the slack. But if Manning has these problems going through the season, this team is going to have a lot of problems going towards the end.
And on the other side, 99, they need another superstar. Shannon can't do it by himself. He tried today, and they lost. They put too much pressure on him, but he's too smart to make the mistakes he made, but you can't put everything on Shannon. They need another superstar. I think they put all the eggs in one basket twice. Once thinking that they was going to get Akon or Swiss, they got neither one of them. 2 times when they thought that they was going to get the Lions players to play with them, bringing Mo and Juice. Didn't work out. This team is in trouble because Shannon is not going to be able to carry them like he did last season. This Eastern Conference has too much firepower this year. They got to get another superstar, or they got to figure something out with the players they got. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, this team's in trouble. I'm not gonna hit the panic meter yet.
No,
but from what I've seen, they need another superstar. We're gonna wrap this up. Rebels coming away with a come from behind win once again. 3rd week in a row, 3rd game in a row they did it. They're 3-0. This time they beat the defending Eastern Conference champ. Put respect on their name. 99 Problems. 2019. We're going to be right back in Real Tough Talk. Welcome back. Me llamo es Real Muche Tuff.
I don't
Grande Talk. I'm trying to get us ready for a Real Tough Talk Deportes, but I shouldn't be the one saying
Clearly not, because nothing that you just said made any sense. I heard my name. I heard sport. Like, what were you saying? Like, you don't even remember what you just said.
We're going to get it in the next segment. I'm gonna have my mom tell me how to say it, but I will say it in the next segment. We're going to talk about the next game, Spartans versus Never Scared. Spartans lost last week to the Violators 13-0. Never Scared lost to them, get it's 21-15, but they beat Wolverines 26-13. Spartan just short. First game, they didn't have a lot of players are playing LES, so they got to get that together. This game, they're going to start with 5
Yes, so
players.
they are literally shorthanded.
Never Scared. They show a lot versus Wolverines. Played them Getters. Them Getters one of the top teams in the West. And they played them decent. They lost.
They lost by a game-winning touchdown.
Yeah, so, I mean, Never Scared looks good, but Fred has been looking great.
Yes, and the reason why is because he's been playing a multifaceted game. I've seen hints of that last season when he played with Never Scared, with his, chopping up the field, the running game.
Yeah.
I didn't see him throw downfield too much last season, but this season he's added that to his repertoire because he has a couple of playmakers that he picked up from the Wildcats,
right?
Mainly Sean and Kamal. He has Will, who's a decent tight end who also plays cornerback. He made the All-Star team last year. So these guys are good pickups that have been helping Never Scared get over the play that they played last year, and it's a big improvement for them.
Well, we're going to jump right into the game. After 2 short plays, Dave throws to Felipe, cutting in the gap for a decent game, picking up the first down. Second down, Dave throws to Happy, who's guarded by Ouija. Happy's going to beat him. Caught by Happy in the end zone. Felipe gets the extra point. 7-0 Spartans.
And my one question is this. How can you get beat by a receiver when they only have 5 guys on the team? So
they only have 4 receivers.
They only have 4 receivers, and you have 6 guys out there, not counting the giver. So there should be 2 guys at least on this person. He shouldn't be open. So I don't understand how you let this receiver get by you as if you had no chance in guarding him. Happy literally gets right by Ouija, and that was an easy touchdown pass for the Spartans.
Well, shouts to Happy. I'm going to say that first because he left the former 3-time champs Carver to come and play with Spartans. That's his brothers. He won 2 chips with Carver. He wasn't here for the first chip.
Yeah.
But he won 2 chips with them, but left to go with his brothers. Much respect to him for that. Second of all, Ouija can't play defense anymore. He's not a defensive player. He was a former UFL defensive player of the year in Brooklyn. Not that player no more. Can't guard one-on-one. Gets beat here by Happy. I don't care if you say he loses the ball, whatever. This team has 4 receivers, and there's no way you should get beat by one. Dave is one of the most smartest quarterbacks in the league. He knows who to attack, how to attack, and when to attack, and he puts all 3 of those components together, and they get a score of 7-0. Second down, front on 4 rush with blocker from Eric gets sacked by Semi. After getting the first down, Fred throws a pass to O on the sideline for a few yards. Second down, Fred gets blitzed by Noel, who's blocked by Eric, throws to Sean for a nice game, picking up a nice, decent game. Third down, Matt with the run for a decent game, getting them to the 5-yard line. Last down with blocker from Eric, Fred finds Sean in the corner end zone for the touchdown. Matt gets the extra point, 7-7. I like Eric. He is a very good blocker. And this year, blocking has stepped up. Last year, Ricky had it in the bag. Dominated everybody. This year, you have a lot of guys stepping up blocking.
Yes.
And Fred, with time, is dangerous. Finds Sean in the corner end zone for the touchdown.
And another thing you got to mention is that Sean is racking up a touchdown so far in the 3 games that Never Scared has been playing. He's been this offense's main target. They have been connecting all season so far. So a lot of defense got to watch out because that's a dynamic duo right there. And Sean and Fred, you're going to hear more of that if they're able to keep playing the way they are.
Dave on second down throws a low on the gap, who runs for a decent gain and picks up the first down. Dave then throws to Felipe in the middle for a few more yards. Third down, Dave throws to Felipe in the gap, knocked away by Norm. Last down, Dave on 4 rush, throws to Noel in the corner of the end zone, knocked away by Will, but the defense is offsides, replayed it down. Why are you offsides against a team that has 5 guys? Dave is one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. And what you do? You give him an extra down, and what happens? Last down, he gets blitzed by Ouija, throws to Noel in the corner, over Will in the end zone for the touchdown, 13-7. Look of the blocking by Semi. Great blocking by Semi, 13-7. Semi showing he can block too. Spartans take the lead.
And the thing about these guys that impress me is that they're able to keep their feet solid on the ground on a slippery snow out here. So they're able to plant their feet and block with their hands, keep themselves from being pushed back too much, and give the quarterback the chance to stay in the pocket and make an accurate pass. So these blockers on both sides are stepping up for their quarterbacks, protecting them, and they're getting points because of it.
Fred gets the ball back. On 4 rush, he throws short to Eric, who runs for a nice game, picking up the first down. Second down, Fred on 4 rush, rolls left and throws to Ouija on the sideline, picked off by Happy, giving the ball back to Spartans. Happy Feet is a veteran. Happy Feet in the BQFL, the former church league, has won every award in that league. The difference is playing with Carver, he gave him the ball. Playing with Carver, he had to play the Carver way, similar to the Patriot way.
Yes.
But playing with the Spartans, he can play his superstar, Chad Ochocinco self, and he can make plays when he's put in an opportunity to make it. You see him catch a bomb on offense, and now you see him catch up a pick on defense. That's the old Happy showing that he's still got a little left in the tank.
And they're going to need that moving forward in the season because the Spartans, especially in the last 2 games, they've been shorthanded. Everybody's not here on this team yet. So now that Happy's here, he has to be that Happy Feet person that dominates on both sides of the field because that is the only way they're going to be able to successfully move forward. So he has to we have to see more of this from him if this team is going to be successful.
Next, third down, Dave throws to Felipe in a gap. That's going to be dropped. Spartans have to punt. They used to call Felipe Grunk. Don't call him that no more. He's worrying so much about his trash talk in general, not just here in general, in football, that he's not making the catches that we've seen him jump up the charts and beat UFL make. He needs to get back to being Grunk and make these plays. But until he shows consistency, don't disrespect Grunk.
Wow.
Don't disrespect him because Felipe has not really showed the ability to get back to focusing on playing football and leaving the trash talk alone. Never Scared gets the ball back. Second down, Fred throws to Norm in the gap. The pass is low. Norm slides to make a catch, but the refs say the ball hit the ground. What you think?
I think that the ball hit the ground. He argued it, but at the end of the day, if you see this angle here, I didn't see his hands get under the ball, so it looks like the ball bounced into his hands. Sometimes that happens. The ref was able to catch it and rule it incomplete.
Last play before the half, Fred throws it up, caught by Sean, but his own teammate Norm gets a hand on it, dropped, incomplete, taking us into the half, 13-7. How is it 13-7 and Spartans have 5 guys? Let me repeat that again. How is it 13-7? Spartans have 5 guys. That is great play by the Spartans. I'm going to take my hands off, my hats off to you, my shoes off. I would take my shirt off if this wasn't PG-13. I would take everything off. This team could have just said, we're taking a forfeit.
Okay.
They play, and they're up at half. Great play by them in the first half.
Now, I just got to say one thing and get it out of the way. You're talking about taking off everything. 13. I don't know what ideas you have. Please don't take off no shirt. That's not what I'm here for. I don't want to see that. So stay in your lane over there. Let's not do that. But at the other end, I'm going to speak on Never Scared. I don't know what's going on with this team right now. It's playing down to your competition. And then there's playing the way Never Scared is playing in this game. I don't know what they're doing. These guys only have 5 guys beginning in this game. And they're still having guys break open. There's receivers that's getting through. They're not able to...
I think you saying playing down to your competition is disrespectful to down to your competition. Because down to your competition plays better than this.
Yes, and the thing about it is, again... How many times are we going to say it? This team started with 5 guys. This game should be 22-0 right now or something. But at the end of the day, the Spartans are ahead in this game? What world are we in right now?
This is like the Bizarro universe or something
Exactly.
like that. We're going to jump in the second half. Fred gets the ball on 4 rush. He gets sacked by Semi before getting the pass off. Was this a sack?
No. I don't think this was a sack. I think that Semi just missed the tag here. But the angle that he had... Listen,
but it shouldn't even be close. Fred is faster than Semi.
Right.
There's no way Semi should almost get close to him. So I put that on Fred. Why are you taking so long to make a decision? You can run. You know Semi cannot catch you. Do not put it in the ref's hands. The hands are quicker than the eye. There's no way he should have got that close. I've seen Fred book it on guys all season. No way he should have got that close. Fred then throws to a wide open Matt, cutting down in the gap for a decent game, picking up the first down. Next 2 passes, Fred gets to Ouija in the gap for a nice game. Next play, Fred finds Ouija in the front end zone for the touchdown. 13-13, Memphis gets back in the game. Ouija can still play offense. Keep him away from defense, but offensively, he can still score points. He's not going to shake nobody like he used to, but he's using his intelligence. He's smart, and he gets in the end zone for the touchdown.
And one thing I could say about Ouija is he makes an effective slot receiver that gets lost in the defense.
Yep.
That's something that he can still do. And you see here, he's getting lost in the middle and in the gaps. He's able to find openings there. Fred is able to connect with him. In this whole drive, 3 or more passes thrown to Ouija. That is how they were able to drive down and score.
First down, 4 rush. Dave gets sacked on by Smoke. Dave takes the sack on purpose. Seems similar to what we see Chuck do sometimes. No pressure. Third down, Dave throws to Noel, running in the gap for a nice game, picking up the first down. Next play, Dave throws to Felipe in the middle for a decent game. Third down, Dave's going to throw to Troy on the sideline. Pass is almost picked up by Matt. Last down, Dave is blitzed by Will. Throws to Troy on the sideline. Short, incomplete. Turnover on downs, but Smoke gets flagged for cursing, pushing Never Scared back. And that is a good thing for Spartans,
yes.
Because they already turned over the ball, but now you push them back 15 yards. We'll take it if I'm Spartans.
And I think that that's the best thing that could have happened, even though you turn over the ball. That is pretty much like an effective punt because you're able to pin them now. Well, pretty much Never Scared pinned themselves. So even though they were able to, what's the look?
Why is Smoke getting caught for cursing when they just made a stop?
Listen, at the end of the day, if you're the Spartans, you take that, you say thank you, and you use that to take advantage on offense. On defense, because now you're able to keep Never Scared, pin down, lock up on defense, and then you can get the ball right back.
Second down, Fred throws a Will in the gap, who runs for a nice game. Next play, Fred on 4 rush, throws deep to Ouija, opening the sideline, who runs for a big gain and a first down. Was this a block in the back by Matt?
I think that this is very close. It looks like Matt tried to come from the side, but he ends up just getting the back. The ref does not see it that way. He sees that it's a block on the side. He doesn't throw the flag. That's unfortunate, but
I think it's difficult.
Yes.
That's a bang bang.
Yeah.
If he missed that completely, I would say the ref got to see it, even if it was me.
Yeah.
But I think it's too close.
It looked like he was coming from the side,
so
and that's
you
why,
can't
yes.
really say that. But the key is Ouija gets open on the sideline for a big game. Next play, Fred will block it from Eric, runs for a decent gain. Second down, Fred is blitzed by Noel, runs for a decent gain, gets him to the 5-yard line. Third down, Fred on 4 rush, pitches it to Eric, drop, loss of 2 yards. Semi gets through the blocks. Great play by Semi to get through. I don't know what Fred was doing. I don't know what type of play that was, but they lose 2 yards. 4th and goal, Fred throws to Norm in the front of the end zone, knocked away by Noel, turnover on grounds. Great play by Noel. Spartans have 7 players now, so they got their full defense out there. I like Noel. Talk about this guy. He's a very good defensive player. He can play some offense, but I love him on the defense. He's played with top teams in the league. He has experience, and him on this team gives Spartans a real efficient guy in the middle of the field, and he makes a great play here.
And the thing about it is he's using his zone properly in the end zone. A lot of guys try their best to lock up on one man and follow him around. Noel is guarding that zone there. He sees that this guy's open. He steps up and makes a play right in his zone. That is an effective zone defense in the goal line. We've been saying it all the time, to play zone in the goal line, never to play man. Noel's one person that understands that, and he's able to guard his zone and make a great play.
Spartans get the ball back. Remember, right now it's 13-13. Second half, after a short pass, Dave gets blitzed by Will. The pass is going to be tipped by Will, picked off by Smoke, who runs it back for the touchdown. Sean gets the extra point, 20-13. Smoke is the best giver in the game. He's aware of what's going on. We see him known for sacks.
Yes.
This one he gets to pick and know to go the other way for the touchdown. Great play. Just to end the game, it's 20-13.
And the thing about it is this play was pretty much fixed up by Will's tip.
Yep.
Because who knows what would have happened if Dave would have been able to get this pass through. Because Will was there on the blitz, he wasn't able to be picked up in time. Will was able to tip the pass, goes right to Smoke, and Smoke was able to make a play. That is a great way to be that is a great way for your defense to be aware. Will is able to knock the ball down, and Smoke is able to pick it off, and you get 6 points because of it. Great defense all around.
Dave gets the ball back. Remember, it's 20-13. Dave struggling to move the ball. He runs, get the first. They run, get the first down, driving. Dave then throws a Troy in the middle. That's going to be low and incomplete. Last play of the game. Dave throws it up, tipped by Felipe, caught by Troy in the end zone for the touchdown, putting them back into the game. 20-19. Great play by Dave to throw that ball up. But Troy, I love Troy. If Troy was 6 feet, he'd be one of the top players in the game. He gives you heart every single down. But now he's showing his ability to make plays on the field, finds the ball, for the touchdown. Great play by Troy.
And that is just great awareness all around. Felipe is able to jump and make the tip. And, you know, even though he didn't catch the ball, he's able to put a hand on it. If he's able to be the one to put the hand on it, it gives his team an opportunity to make a play that much easier. And Troy's at the right place at the right time. He stays aware and follows the ball, gets behind everybody and sees the ball falling behind everyone. He's able to have the ball and catch it right in the end zone. And you see Happy Feet push him into the end zone just for good measure. But already it was a touchdown. The defense had nothing. They couldn't do anything about it. That is just a great way to be aware and score right when you need to.
2019. They could go for the tie, but they go for the win. Extra point. Here we go. Dave calls hike. He's going to find his main guy, Noel, cutting in the front of the end zone for the 2-point conversion, winning the game, 21-20 Spartans. 21-20 Spartans. 21-20
I mean,
Spartan.
listen, what else can you say about this game? The team looked like they were down and out from the beginning. They played with 5 guys. They didn't expect. I don't think they expected to win this game. They played their hardest. They made sure that they tried. You know, they were able to get through the defense. They figured, listen, we have a chance. They kept attacking the defense. They started to lock up on their own defense. You know, making plays on both sides. Then when their full seven guys came in, that's when the game started to come in. They started to, you know, get back into the game. And even though they were down and out, on the very last play, they were able to make it happen. That is the way to hang in there, stay in the game, and seal the win for yourself, even at the last play.
Never scared.
Just before you even say never scared, I wanted to speak on a team that it was easy to speak on because, you know, the Spartans, all you have to do is say they played and they won. I don't know what to say about never scared, so I want to see what dramatics you bring because they need it right now because this is horrible. So that's it. Just knock the mic down. Nothing to say, huh?
What? What is this team doing? I mean, I would say, like we said before, you know, giving away a game for Christmas. They wasn't giving away the game. They didn't know how to play the game.
Wow.
They need to be sent down to the minor leagues. This team had 5 guys and had a lead going into half. Dave outsmarted them. Dave outplayed them. And Spartans disrespected them. Because with 5 guys, you said they didn't. Spartans felt that they could win this game.
I mean,
and they showed why. Spartans was fighting in the game from the beginning.
Yes,
they didn't
were.
look like they were just happy not to get a forfeit.
Yeah.
When they walked on this field, they said, we can beat this team. Everything is packed against them.
Listen.
We're supposed to lose. We feel we can win.
Yeah.
Happy feet.
Yeah. I think
going
that's
into
what made
Father
the difference.
Time.
Yes.
Bag of tricks. Beats Ouija. When they only have 4 guys on the field because you don't count the quarterback. Then Happy comes away with an interception. Great play by him. Noel coming away with a big defensive stop. Big play by him. Troy coming away with a big tip for a touchdown. Big play by him. Spartans show the ability to beat anybody with their heart. Teams don't give this team the respect they earn because they're not the type of team that go get the best players. Dave loves role players. Guys is going to come and do what they have to do to win. Dave is a quarterback that could draw star players to his team. He doesn't like those type of players. And this show why. Hats off to them to play this game the way they did. And Never Scared should be ashamed of themselves. They embarrassed themselves in the football world. Because for you to be down at halftime and let Spartans stay in this game to win it, why didn't Spartans go for 1 to tie it? Because they had nothing to lose. They started with 5 guys at lead. So what's the point? If we lose, not get an extra point, we were supposed to lose anyway. But they felt confident enough to go for the 2 and walk off on them.
And that's exactly what they did.
Never Scared needs to get it together because not only is this a devastating loss, it's a public loss. Everybody saw it.
Yeah.
So for your team to be called Never Scared, nobody's scared of you no more. You just lost to a team that started out with 5 guys. So once you lose the ability to intimidate other teams, anybody got a shot against you.
The thing about it is, like you said, they gave the Spartans all the ability in the world to beat them. As soon as they got that touchdown pass downfield, they started to say, listen, we could beat this team.
Yeah.
And when you have a team of 5 guys and they're still saying that they can beat you, there's a problem. And the thing about it, they just came from, losing to them getters in a battle by a game-winning touchdown. But they faced one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game in Reggie, and he was able to beat them. So you don't kill yourself on that. They did still play well in that game. They were able to beat the Wolverines in their first game, and, those were 2 games that...
Because Bo got ejected. Bo doesn't get ejected that game, they probably lose that game.
Listen, at the end of the day, they played much better in those 2 games than they did in this game. That's pretty much what I'm saying.
Okay, and we're not going to stay on this, but did they? You just lost to a team that had 5 guys in the beginning of the game. You just lost to Dem Geddes, one of the best quarterbacks of all time to play. You almost lost to Wolverines. Bo got ejected. Bo doesn't get ejected. Bo was eating on this defense. Fred needs to get these guys together because this is embarrassing. And it's either going to go 2 ways. It's either going to say we got to focus and play because we're in the Western Conference, which has Carver, which has defending champs, Super Friends. We have a lot of tough teams in this side. And violators who just picked up Ralph. Or we're going to go the other way and start playing like this. This is an embarrassment. I'm disappointed in this team. They're too good for this. They disrespected themselves, and hopefully they can get it together. We're going to wrap it up. Spartans coming away with the win, 21-20 over Never Scared. We're going to be right back. Real Tough Talk. Next game up, Browns versus YMM. YMM coming off a win last week, beat FOE 22-7. Browns coming to a heartbreaking loss, losing in 99, 7-6. Browns need a quarterback. And I thought Jingle had something up his sleeve. They need a quarterback. 7-6, still got the same Browns defense. But you got to score points in the UFL. You don't got to score a lot of points, but you got to score. So they got to get it together offensively in order for them to be a complete team. Right now, they're just a defensive team.
The thing that I think that they have to take seriously is the team that they're playing against right now. They're playing against YMM, the pretty much 2007, one of 2017's best teams of the year. They've been winning in a whole bunch of leagues. YMM is trying to come home to where they started
in this league and win.
In this league and win a championship. The one league that they haven't really gotten to win a championship. They went there twice. They lost both times. Left a sour taste in their mouth both times. Now they feel that they have the pieces that they need to finalize and win the championship that they can. But this Browns team is considered a rival, an old rival of theirs.
Because they couldn't beat them.
Still, regardless of who's on the field, this is still a team that they have a rivalry with, a team that they take seriously and they want to beat, whether they have a quarterback or not. So I think that the Browns need to be ready with whoever faces them as quarterback because the YMM is coming and they're not going to back down no matter who they have.
And YMM wouldn't have Corey throwing. He hasn't thrown in the UFL yet. Last week we seen Santana throw and Jeremy came in. This game we're going to see Jeremy start. No Santana, who to play last week. No Ice. So they're just trying to take it easy. I think they're going to have to start putting pedal to the metal, but right now they're 1-0. So they're going to jump into it. We're going to see what happens. Ty's going to get the start for the Browns. After 2 incomplete passes, Ty throws the B-boy in the gap for a nice game, picking up the first down. Ty then throws to a kill on the sideline, who cuts right, gets past Rico, runs to the right side, all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. 50 gets the extra point, 7-0 Browns.
This Ty person that they have quarterbacking already looks better than the 3 guys that they had quarterbacking in the last week game. They have Ahab throwing, Akil started, and they had Q throwing at the end. None of these guys worked out in this game and the last game. Ty already on their first drive is able to put up points. So that's a huge improvement as it is. Is he going to be their permanent quarterback? I don't know, but right now they're able to score 6 points.
Next drive, Wyman gets the ball. Second down, Jeremy throws a Ruben in the gap for a decent game, picking up the first down. Jeremy throws a Rico on the sideline for a big gain. If you look here, Bunky doesn't see Rico cut the outside. That's a big gain. Great throw by Jeremy to find him.
And Jeremy is starting off with a great drive. Rico is being a big factor in this game already as he gets into this game. He didn't play last week, but he's able to find gaps in the defense, as Rico always does, and Jeremy's able to connect with him with this big play.
Next play, Wyman gets the free play because the Browns blitz 2 guys. Jeremy finds Stretch in the back of the end zone for the touchdown, 7-6, and you know Stretch loves this because the Browns is his old team.
Yes.
He went to Wyman, showing what he can do. We kind of, especially me, killed Stretch for being a little inconsistent. He holds on to this one, 7-6.
And if you see more of this, that's when you got it. That's when you can take Stretch more seriously. The problem with him is he doesn't always hold on to the ball. He has the wingspan, he has the length, He can jump and get the ball, but he doesn't always have the best hands. If he's able to fix that, I think that he's going to be another weapon that YMM can use to kill a lot of defense.
Ty gets the ball back on forward rush, rolls right, throws the nut on the sideline for a decent game, picking up the first down. Ty then with 2 short passes for a decent game, getting them to the 15-yard line. Last down, Ty on forward rush, tosses up, incomplete, turnover on downs. If you look here, Ty may have been sacked before the throw. Doesn't matter, still a turnover, giving it back to YMM. Great defense by YMM. Jeremy with 2 passes to Rico for a nice game, picking up the first. Jeremy on forward rush, fakes to give up, runs for a decent game. Third down, Jeremy throws the Brandon in the gap, gets him to the 10-yard line. Last down, Jeremy throws the Mamba open in the back of the end zone. Off target, incomplete, turnover on downs, giving it back to the Browns. That is a hurtful drive. They were moving the ball. They seemed to get the pedal to the metal, but Jeremy a little off on that throw, turnover.
And that's all you can say. That last pass was just inaccurate. Overall, good drive, but you got to finish it with that pass. Jeremy doesn't get it. I guess he saw him open and anticipated making a throw, put too much on it. Mamba's not able to get to it. That is unfortunate, but that's a turnover.
7-6, Browns still got the lead. Second down, Todd throws deep to the kill in the gap. Pass is short, picked off by Rico, giving it back to YMM. First of all, why are you doing this? It's second down. Take your time. He messes up on the pass. It's short. Rico, who's a former defensive player of the year, shows what he can do here, getting the ball back to YMM. Next drive, Jeremy with 2 passes to Brandon for a decent game. Third down, Jeremy's blitzed by Bunky. Throws a wild throw to Mambo in the back of the end zone. High, incomplete. Last play before half, Jeremy throws Rico in back of the end zone. Picked off by Binky, taking us into half. 7-6, Browns with the lead.
Right now, I look at the Browns favoring their defense more than their offense. You know, I can't necessarily speak too much about Ty because, you know, this is his first game playing with the team. He had one good drive going into the end zone, but then the defense was able to stop him the next drive. But their defense has been picking up. They gave away 6 points, but other than that, they were able to lock up and freeze Jeremy and keep him from scoring the last 2 drives they were on the field. That's something that they need going through this game because I can't see their offense winning the game. They have to win it on defense because I think with that, they'll be able to take advantage and win this game.
Jeremy sometimes struggles with his accuracy. Has a good arm, can run, but his accuracy at times, he makes mistakes on throws. He has to continue to take his time and take what the defense gives him. This YMM team, they play with energy. Right now, the Browns are taking that energy from them. And unless they can come away with a big play to get that swagger back, Browns can take this win. We're going to jump into the second half. After a short pass to Brandon, Jeremy throws deep to stretch. Pass is knocked away by Trav. Third down, Jeremy throws to Rico, cutting the end zone, almost picked up by Akil. YMM going to have to punt. This is the Browns defense. They're a lock-up team with a lot of speed. Jingle's trying to get them back to that form, and they're making great plays here, forcing YMM not to punt.
And that is the key to winning this game. They got to live and die by their defense, and that's exactly what they're doing. Locking up on guys, putting contact on receivers, making them drop passes, covering the middle. That's something that they have to do. If they're able to do all of these things, they're going to look good moving forward, but that's a great defensive drive so far.
Browns get the ball. They're not able to do nothing. 3 and out. Jeremy gets the ball back. He throws to Ruben in the middle. Ruben can't hold on to it. Incomplete. Third down. Jeremy throws a short pass to Brandon, who runs for a decent game. Last down. Jeremy's blitzed by Bunky. Throws to Brandon. Off target. Turnover on downs. Another turnover from YMM. Can't really get the consistent offense moving, and Browns get the ball back.
And again, right away, even though they get stopped on their offense, their defense is still hanging in there and able to put pressure on Jeremy, make him win the game for this YMM team. It seems like that's not something that's happening right now. So the Browns are doing their job on defense, giving the offense another chance.
Todd throws deep to B-Boy, running in the sideline for a big game, picking up the first down. If you look here, Josh leaves the corner. Can't make that mistake. I know you're not thinking Todd's a great quarterback, but he's still a quarterback. He makes him pay for it here. Third down, after 2 short plays, Todd rolls right on forward rush. Just gets the pass up to B-Boy, picking up a decent game. Last down, Todd forward rush. Rolls out, throws deep to Bunky, cutting in the end zone. Bishop comes with a great play, breaking it up. Turnover on down. Great play by Bishop. I kind of killed Bishop, saying that he's not the same player he was before. I expect him to be more of an offensive guy for YMM. He's showing that he can still play defense. He was a former UFL MVP, showing he still got a little bit left.
And the thing about Bishop is even though he doesn't have the athleticism that he used to have back in, a few years prior when he was the MVP in the league. But one thing he still has is he has that defensive knowledge that he had back in the day. So he knows when he has to step up and make a play. He sees this coming. He's able to make contact with the receiver. Binky was open if Bishop wasn't there. He would have caught this pass. So Bishop adding the contact, going for the ball is what broke up this defense by Bishop.
Jeremy with a few short passes, picking up a nice gain. Jeremy with a short run on 4th down to get a good first down. That's something Jeremy can do. He can run. 4th down, he's not worrying about it. He knows he can run, picks up the first down. Jeremy gets 2 more passes, getting into the 15-yard line. 2nd down, Jeremy gets blitzed by Bunky, throws a Rico in the middle, broken up by Nut. The question, Nut is flagged for pass interference. Was Nut early?
This one, I can't necessarily say that he was. I think that it was a simultaneous play. They both get there and they both collide.
So it was a ref's discretion.
Yes, it was a ref discretionary call. Usually we call it a bang bang, but the ref saw that he got there early, so that's why the flag was thrown.
I mean, if you slow it down here, I think he got there a little early, just a little bit. It's still a flag. The refs don't have instant replay in his brain. He just goes with what he sees. I think he got there a little too early. I think that's a good call. Next play, Jeremy on 4 rush runs to get them to the 3-yard line. Last down, Jeremy find Brandon in front of the end zone. Rico gets the extra point, 13-7. Wyman takes the lead.
They get the penalty. They're able to take advantage and drive down the field. They're able to connect with the score. That is the way to take advantage of the defensive mistake that the Browns made. Even though it's a flag, they're able to take advantage and score.
Browns still got a hold. It's 4th down. Jeremy's not their starting quarterback. You cannot give this touch shot up to Brandon in front of the end zone. That kills you. You never give up the front. You always make him throw to the back. Put pressure on Jeremy. But if you give him an easy throw like this, he will kill you.
And that's exactly what happened.
Next drive, Ty gets the ball. He throws it to Binky in the middle, who runs for a nice gain. Ty with a short pass to Binky in the middle, picking up the first down, stopping the clock. Ty then throws to Binky on the sideline for a nice gain and runs out of bounds. Last play of the game, Ty on 4 rush, throws it. Akil in front of the end zone, drop. End of the game, 13-7. Both teams suck the trash, end the game. What do you think? Let's talk about the drop.
Akil got to catch that pass. That pass, you can't ask for a better pass than that. And that's why, regardless of what happened in the game, the many turnovers that this offense had, I got to give Ty credit. He had a solid day today. Throwing for the Browns, he kept them in this game the best way he could, and he was able to walk off with the best throw that he could right into Akil's hands.
Last play of the game.
Akil cannot drop this pass. I see that he has potential, he has talent on the field, but here he drops a pass. If you look here, I'm going to keep showing it right in his hands. You can't get a pass better than that, and he drops it. That is you losing the game for your team by dropping that pass. He feels it. You can see it in his face. Wyman was able to talk trash at the end. The Browns ain't, killing themselves about it, but I think that they know that they should have won this game.
What was the trash talk about? I think the trash talk was more about passing the torch. Wyman is not the little brother no more that Browns used to beat up in former UFL days. They feel that they're better than them. They feel that they're going up.
Yeah.
Why Browns are taking that escalator down. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're completely right. Browns showed their defense can be back.
Yeah.
Still struggled offensively until it was money time that they dropped. But why I'm letting them know we're not the little brother no more. We're here to win games.
But I'm going to talk about the Browns. Even though Ty, had a decent game, I can't necessarily say this is the quarterback you live and die for right now. I'm hearing that they're still making moves for another quarterback, but right now, Ty was able to keep them in the game. If they have a quarterback that's competent enough to take over their offense and set up a play style for their offense to work, I think that this Browns can be a much different team than what we saw on the field today. They were mainly a defensive team with a few good offensive plays here and there. But other than that, that's all I saw. If they can get that offense going the way that we used to seeing them when they had, I can't expect anybody to take up the slack of Reggie.
Right.
Reggie's one of the best quarterbacks to play the game. So it's hard to replace somebody like that. But if they can get an offense that's satisfactory enough to put up a certain amount of points in this league to survive, I think that the Browns can be back to the team that you have to worry about.
Well, I'm not taking UFL serious yet. Corey hasn't thrown yet. But they did that last year. And when they did that, they lost in the first round. I know they focusing on other leagues. I think they forfeited in HPU.
Speaking of that, that's one of the reasons why. Thanks for reminding me. That was one of the reasons why YMM and Browns were smack talking back and forth. They were talking about the Browns taking a forfeit against them in HPU, and because of that, this was retribution. This was them being able to win the game because they wanted to take a forfeit in HPU. So that's pretty much the back and forth that they were talking about between the teams, about the HPU thing that you brought up.
Once YMM focused their dangerous team, the question is, I guess they were saying from the beginning of the season, before the season started, Jay, just give us the check, sign our name on it. So they figuring that they're going to walk through this. They need to focus on this league before everything starts moving, and then they have to play catch-up. Bishop Shawnee's a big pickup. Do I think they're going to be okay? Well, they're 2-0.
Yeah.
So I think they'll be okay. It's not like they're 0-2.
Yeah.
They're 2-0. They're going to be okay, but it's time for them to start focusing and saying, let's get it together and start moving.
I want to see
this train.
I want to see how Corey performs in the next game in this league. Once we see established Corey, once we see the Corey that's been playing and winning these championships with YMM and all these other leagues play in this league and play as dynamic as he has been playing,
the real YMM.
Then we can judge YMM at the merit of their play fully. We can't do that yet because we haven't seen the full YMM team play. Once we see that, then we can judge YMM based on who they are. Right. We haven't seen that yet.
We're going to wrap this up. Just finished our 4 games. We're going to give you the next 4. Much love to y'all guys. We'll be right back. We're going to take a little intermission. Go through the next 4 games. We're going to be right back. YMM come through with the win versus Browns. 13-7. We'll be right back.